Hi, second graders. It's Mrs. Shook again. We're working with grade 2 skills. We're on Unit 3, Lesson 10. Our learning goals is to spell and write 1 and 2 syllable words with the tricky spellings C for the K sound and also the S sound. And then G that makes both the G and J sound and the tricky word R. Answer questions with words that feature the O sound, spelled O space E, O, O-A, and O-E. And read the story Kim's Training and answer text-based questions. Okay, so to start us off, here are our page 10.2, our sound spelling sheet. This chart lists words with the O sound spelled 4 different ways: O space E, O, O-A, and O-E. Use the chart to fill out activity page 10.3. So looking at this, we have a whole list of words from different parts of the alphabet with the 4 different spellings, such as bone, cola, foam, mangoes, etc. You're going to use that list to answer these questions. So, for example, number 1, which word means the same thing as a deer? Looking at the list, checking it over, and look, doe, that's the name of a female deer. So on 10.3, you would write doe for the answer. Continue reading through the questions and using the chart to answer the questions. Okay, then on to our reading portion. Read to understand and answer questions about the text. So we're still working in our Kids Excel reader. Some of our spellings that we'll see today: explode, whole, and notebook are all O space E. Overall is an O sound with just the O. And our multi-syllable words, meaning there's more than one syllable: practicing, whisper and whispered, underline, underlined, explode and exploded, notebook, and overall. Our vocabulary today: sprinters. Those are athletes who specialize in sprints or short distance races. So in the example of the girls, Val and Kim, they're not running, but they're swimming short distances, short, fast races. Start is the beginning of a race. So, for example, the winner of the swim race got off to a nice start. And when swimming, the starters, they start by jumping into the pool. They have to have a fast, good start. In running is when they take off from the starting line. Starting blocks is the place where athletes push or jump off to begin a race. Okay, again, for swimmers, it's on the edge and they jump in. Strokes is a series of arm movements in and out of the water. The swimmer took several strokes underwater before coming up to the surface. So the strokes are the ways that their arms move as they're swimming. And then the sayings and phrases: take your marks is to get into the starting position at the beginning of a race. And then like a cat, to move in a fast, smooth, quiet way as a cat would. Okay, our purpose for reading today: we will read Kim's Training carefully to learn how Kim trains and how it compares to what her sister, Val, does during practice. Remember, this is a continuation of the story we've been working on. Kim's Training. Top, you see their coach, and there's a picture of Kim on the starting block. On the other side, you see all of the swimmers starting off by jumping into the pool, diving in. After seeing Val train, I went to lanes 3 through 5, where Kim and the rest of the sprinters were training. They were not swimming lap after lap like Val. They were practicing their starts. Swimmers, take your marks, a coach yelled. Kim and the rest of the sprinters bent down. So there they are, in that position. They grabbed the starting blocks with their fingers. Huh, yelled the coach. The sprinters exploded off the blocks. They dove into the pool. Kim was the fastest off the blocks. She sprang like a cat. Her hands seemed to make a hole in the pool. Then her arms and her legs went in the same hole. Kim went under. She started kicking with her legs like a fish. Then she popped up and started swimming. She took 5 fast strokes. Then she stopped. She swam to the side of the pool, got out, and went back to the starting block. Why did she stop? I asked. We are just practicing the start, said Coach Pibwell. You see, the start is a big thing in a sprint like the 50 free. If you are fast off the starting blocks, you have a good chance of winning the race. But if you trail off the blocks, it's hard to win. You end up back in the waves, getting sloshed from side to side. That's why have the sprinters do lots of starts. Kim's start has been getting better and better. So, Coach, I said, do you think Kim can win the 50 free at the state meet? She should win it, said the coach. I think she is the best overall swimmer in the state. Plus, as you can see, she has a strong start. But the 50 free is so fast. A lot of swimmers could win it. So here's a picture as Kim. It says Kim Castro excels in the sprint races. So that's an example of her starting by diving into the water. And the 100 free? She should win that too. And the 200, I asked? Coach Pibwell smiled. Well, he said, the 200 free should be the one heck of a race. Kim could win all three, the 50, the 100, and the 200. That's her goal. But Val will be swimming that race too. So Kim and Val will be swimming together on the 200. Coach Pibwell looked to see if Kim was looking. She was not. Then he whispered, I think Val gets a kick out of swimming faster than her big sister. And she's been training hard. The 200 is like a short jog for her, so it should be a good race. I got out my notebook. I looked at the page where I had written Sunday the 25th, 200 free, Castro versus Castro. I underlined it twice. Here's an example in this picture of what a starting block looks like that they stand on to start the race, and here's an example of a swimmer competing in a race. Okay, now that we're all done, either complete your lesson 10 sheets or do the Google form. And great work today. See you tomorrow.